Now, I really don't have an introduction for you guys today. I'm out of creative juices. You know, that's what happens when you try to record a video at 9:30 at 9 o'clock. So instead, enjoy this GIF, or however you pronounce it, of a raccoon trying to protect his grapes. Isn't it fantastic? Look at his eyes, his sheer terror, and then immediately going back into consumption of grapes. It's absolutely fantastic. That is why it is my desktop background. Either way, welcome back, everybody. Today, we're taking a look at this nice, lovely, I guess, update that's coming tomorrow, but by the time this video comes up, or by the time you guys watch this video, well, congratulations, the update has probably already been released. But either way, Crossout is now enjoying its 7th year anniversary, and they're actually doing a couple of things to commemorate it, so let's go ahead and go over them. So first things first, with this 7th year being released, they will have a brand new, I guess, blueprint that's going to be available to every single person upon logging into this game. Now, interesting thing about this cabin, or this little blueprint you're getting, it's actually pretty substantial with the rewards you get with it. Not only do you get an engine with it, I think it's a Dun Horse engine, which is special rarity parts, but you get like 2 rapiers, a Fury cabin, which is unobtainable in the game right now, unless you're buying it off the marketplace, and a couple of chained wheels. So it's actually a fairly substantial build, plus it does look quite spiffy, if I do say so myself, and I think it does come with a pretty huge selection of decor items, including stickers and a hologram. So definitely want to log in to get that thing. It's going to be a beauty, unless the developer was lying to me. Either way, all the information I'm actually getting to comes from this live stream, so I'll link it down below if you guys don't believe me. Go ahead and watch it. I watched it at times 2 speed because I don't have time for that. So with this update, we're also getting the Crossout Day mode as well. So if you don't know what this is, it's essentially just a free-for-all deathmatch style thing where you try to kill as many people as possible, get up them points as much as possible, but you spawn in with a random vehicle from somewhere in the community. It's usually community-based vehicles. I think it's primarily all community-based vehicles. And then upon dying, you also get a selection from there. So think about it as just like, oh, hey, here you go. Here are some nice, fun, cosmetic vehicles everyone's made. Go around, blow each other up. Congratulations, you get rewards. Hallelujah. But with this, they're also releasing a temporary leveling up system in which by collecting items during the mode called drones, you then also earn progress towards a challenge, and those challenges reward you experience towards this leveling up system. So it's a bit weird in that regard, but it's like a traditional season where you do seasonal challenges in order to progress the seasonal level, but in this case, it's just specific to the event, and you don't have to buy anything either. Completely free for all of you to engage with. In fact, I've probably shown a couple of screenshots from the stream actually showing the items you can get. There's about 25 levels, some of them showing work pieces, blueprints, containers, you know, X, Y, or Z thing. Plenty of stuff there for you guys to mess around with. So I do appreciate them actually implementing something that's completely free of charge and allows people to actually get a fair bit amount of items by participating in the mode. So kind of neato, in my opinion. More events like these, and I have nothing to complain about. Legitimately, it's just more content for the players to enjoy. Another small thing with this update, they actually have also temporarily removed item cooldowns or crafting times when making these items. So say, for example, you're making a blue item, usually takes around, what, 15 minutes to make? Now it's going to be instantaneous. Creating a relic item usually takes 24 hours, congratulations. Now it's completely instantaneous. So they're testing around with this, seeing how it actually affects things, which would actually be kind of an interesting system overall. Because the majority of the time, what actually ends up eating your time is not necessarily crafting the item, it's the time acquiring the item either through grinding or marketplace buying, and then selling the item. So rarely is it ever the case that the major bottleneck is the crafting time. It's more or less just like more time wasted on top of a large time wasted, especially if you're making any other higher tier items. Like if you're making a legendary item or a relic tier item, you're going to be spending a lot of time collecting those items regardless, unless you're fabulously rich. With that, they're also removing the cooldowns to change factions as well. We've seen that a couple of times before here, so it's kind of nice being able to switch depending on whatever you want to do. Very fine, muy bien, always appreciate it. The major thing this will actually impact is that it should reduce, theoretically, the time in which an item is profitable on the marketplace. So theoretically, you know, I always tend to make an item, go to crossoutdatabase.com, select them, okay, this is a decent crafting margin, collect the items, craft it, and then sell it on the marketplace. The only thing this could do is that could make it a bit easier to actually go and actually make money off that. So anyway, maybe there'd be less opportunity to make money, but at the same time, having the ability to change factions at will to craft whatever item as highest profit at that time can actually be maybe more beneficial to a player. So always appreciate that. This is a like 1.5 hour long video or live stream the developer did or the community manager did. So there's plenty of things they talked about and a lot of community questions they got in there. So if you want to have like a full detailed breakdown, you're pretty much just going to have to watch the video. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here for 30 minutes recounting questions that, may not be necessary. But one of the questions they actually went on about was talking about daily rewards, and they are planning on reintroducing daily rewards, but not in the current system that it was, or the previous system that it was. So they're still working on that, but it is planned to come back into the game in some form or another. Beyond that, they also have the co-driver rework coming later on this year. According to the community manager, they wanted to make the co-driver feel more impactful. Statistically, the 4% damage bonus you would get on certain weapons along with reload times and accuracy did technically help your character and your progression in the game. The issue is that it's so infinitesimal that it effectively does not do a whole bunch. So how they're going to make the co-driver reworks more impactful and can be felt during gameplay, that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Beyond that, one of the things that I noticed that was kind of interesting is that they plan to make stabilizers more useful in the future. There's no definitive time date on this either, but unless you're a person that's really big into fusing items, i.e. throwing away metric bucket tons of money for whatever reason, then okay, stabilizers doesn't really have the best use case for you. So changing that and making it more useful is definitely going to be something. Hopefully it's not just going to be like, hey, now you can decon it into resources. Even being able to sell it would be a huge benefit. But even then, that might kind of, it probably end up being like coupons again. And then beyond that, they have crossplay coming to Crossout, which one of the big issues with Crossout is the fact that this game has, fluctuating player counts, to say the least. So sometimes server queues can be excruciatingly long. So having crossplay coming, linking the PC, Xbox, and the PlayStation communities together, that is going to be incredibly beneficial, especially for more community-oriented events where you can actually have all three platforms interact. Now, downside is that usually PC, since it has a more, I don't know how to say it, but generally because it has a more dedicated player base and the medium in which they interact with the keyboard and mouse, generally means that they might be a bit unbalanced, so it'll be interesting to see how they can make that a bit more balanced. Sure, consoles have aim assist, but it's nothing compared to a mouse and being able to quickly track shots, so hopefully it doesn't become a curb stop, but that'll be interesting to see. But they also make sure to note that markets will not actually be merging for this crossplay event, so you will not be able to sell PS2 or PlayStation items on the PC marketplace. That is still a big no-no. All you can really do is play games with each other, which I always greatly prefer to. Reduces queue times, keeps servers alive more often, although I'm actually curious if they're actually going to make it so that text chats from other platforms can appear, so if you can actually do group content or group up with each other, or if it's only really going to be randomized. So it'll be interesting to see how that implementation goes along. But if they basically make it like that, you can just have an extended friend list that includes all console, all platforms, be able to group up with any of them, talk with any of them without any issue, that'll be excellent. So then you can actually play with your friends on PC and PS4 and Xbox all in one big lobby, get into Discord. That'd be fantastic. Always hugely appreciate items like this. But that was kind of the major points that I found within this live stream. As I said, you can go ahead. It's in the description. Go ahead, take a look. I'm not going to stop you from second checking all your stuff. But beyond that, let me know what you guys are most excited about this update. I'm definitely really excited about the crossplay coming in with this, as well as just the lot of extra rewards we're getting with this mode. I mean, the free blueprint, the 25 levels to grind out with, and the ability to actually change and craft items super quickly. That's always going to be a huge benefit for someone like me. But that's just kind of my thing. What do y'all think about it? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'll start a discussion. Who knows? Beyond that, there's also Twitter and Discord down below if you'd like to get notified whenever I go live. And we also have a Twitch website as well, or a Twitch live stream. So feel free to follow on that platform if that's what you also like to do too. But beyond that, I want to thank you all guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.